Hey everybody, welcome back to Warhammer 40k, Rogue Trader. We're back on Footfall, we have to meet the Inquisitor, and I think Jay wants us to bring her along for her quest, so I guess we'll dump Marazai, I think that's fine. Yep, let's do it. Honestly guys, I'm kinda getting burned out on this game. I kinda want it to end. There is just too much non-voice dialogue, and the combat is pretty much the same thing over and over, so yeah, I'm not really feeling it anymore, I think. But still, I will try to push through it. So we have to meet Incendia Chorda. Incendia Chorda currently controls Footfall. It is unlikely that the Lord Captain will be able to meet with Xavier Calcazar without first running into her. Okay. I'm not sure we have to go for J. I don't think it says. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it will trigger at some point, I don't know. Sicarian Rastalker. Oh, isn't this guy the one that visited us back in our ship? With that other dude and was blaming Pascal? Zeta 42, 33 Mu. Salutatory functionality initiated. Glory to the House von Valancius. Trade terminal. Oh, he's the vendor. Wait. Wasn't the other guy the vendor? Opticon or whatever? I'd like to make a deal? Oh. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, he's basically the vendor. Oh yeah, what did it say there? Something about Chorda? Oh, there you go. Well, Shireen, what do we have here? A cowardly schmug, or ashmag, who wants to get his paws on my certificate without even working up a sweat. Considering the circumstances currently affecting Footfall, the only fitting place this filth could be hiding is in the sewers. Jay's nose wrinkles at the very thought. A nasty spot with a powerful whiff about it, that is true. But I swear to you, Serene, you won't come up with a better trap for Falco. I know this tunnel is like the back of my hand, and the most delicious part of all is that the Ashmag chose to go in there. He'll wish he hadn't. Of course, that's only if the Azzi doesn't mess things up for us, and everything goes to plan, and if it doesn't... Jay breaks off her shoulders, sagging under the weight of her doubts. If it doesn't, my gang are dead, Serene. One wrong move, one wrong word. Gah! Throw damn that Ashmag. Why is everything so difficult? Perhaps I should just give him the Mercatum Tabula Officiale? Falco's not a complete idiot. He won't risk such a valuable payoff. He will hold up his end of the deal and give me Tora and the others. Explain your plan into more detail? Attach the gas cylinder. Rat hunting. The gist is that we need to go down into the sewer tunnels of Footfall, connect a tank of sleeping gas to the old ventilation system, and direct the airflow to Falco's hideout. And, of course, pray to the Exalted One that the Ashmag's jackals don't spot us. It's true, Serene, it's going to be a little trickier than it seems. Falco is desperate, so he's bound to have his thugs patrolling the tunnels. If we go crashing around down there, he will know something is afoot, and when Falco is feeling jumpy, heads roll. Where are we going to get a tank of sleeping gas? What do you take me for? I have acquired it already. Don't worry, I have everything covered. How do we get into the tunnels? Most of the passages have been sealed off by Chorda's hounds, but there is one they definitely haven't gotten to. Time to pay a visit to Octi and the Adeptus Amasecus, Serene. I refuse to go through the tunnels like a rat. We'll go in, wipe out the Falco's gang and leave. Yeah. Go down into the sewers. But you will kill all my loyal mats along with the jackal, Serene. They will meet their deaths at the end of a jagged blade as soon as Falco realizes that I haven't come to hand over the certificate. But, alright, let's do it that way. There is always a chance of salvation, right, Exalted One? Huh, okay. So wait, are we locked into that path now? Cause I kinda wanna go back, but I don't know. The sweet rotten odor and the scent of incense mix into a thick nauseating stench.
For every
Patrolling confessor? Wait, what? Okay, so Chorda is in charge now. What did it say there? I mean, Incendia, incinerating people in the streets. Get it? Wait, where do we come from? Here? Yeah. You survived the trial. How did you manage that when they grabbed you on the street? I thought... Oh, just 2 citizens. Anver. Oh yeah, that's the boss from the gang, right? It's from the beginning of the game. That was a secret terminal. Is Doloroso here? Drusian Preacher. Where is Doloroso? Hieronymus. I guess maybe he's with Chorda since he's her guy or whatever. Anver. Oh, it's the Anver gang. Right. So the name of the dude, I think. Maybe, I don't know. So where do we have to go here? There's some loot. Okay, I guess Chorda is in the middle of the street or whatever. Let's see what this is. Acolyte of the Inquisition. Unwilling to die, the bar patrons made their last stand right here. Wait, is this the Amasekos? No. No. The eminent lord, the captain, awaits you in the square, your lordship. Oh, so this is Chorda's guy. Okay. Well, let me see what that is first. Well, let me see all the loot first. Black Omen, Cyber Raven. Plus 35 willpower and agility. Do I want that? What do I have for her? I think I have something better, but... Do I? Wait, where is it? Oh wait, I have to go here. Wait, I have nothing equipped? Wait, what? Where did the one I have go? Wait, what? I'm so confused. What did I have here? I think I had this one. But I mean, do I really care about this? I mean, actually, like, this one affects the psychic powers we relay through them, though. Yeah. The willpower only affects the thing itself for damage and stuff, so I think this one is better, but I don't know, man. I don't think it matters. Whatever. Where is Doloroso? These guys are still here, by the way. The fake Xenos or whatever. Okay, that's done. I guess go over here, talk to Chorda. Okay, I don't see Hieronymus anywhere. Have mercy, our families are starving. We only took a couple of Nutri-bars. Lies. I see clearly, with my naked eye, the corruption that has engulfed your nature. Only the cleansing fire can absolve you now. Guilty. Who is that? Oh shit. At least do it yourself. Is this fire cleansing enough for you, you crazy hag? The Emperor protects me. Guilty. Burn him. Okay, that's us. Absalom is taking his time, huh? Wait for Calcazar's summons. Incendia Chorda is absorbed in reading a long strip of parchment. Her left hand is holding a silver spoon, with which she is carefully scooping up brain matter from the open skull of the man contorted next to her. Maraise von Valancius, I was informed of your arrival. Exhaustion has marked Incendia's features with a crisscross of lines and deeper furrows. Her cheek is forever twisted in a continuous nervous tic, yet her eyes are ablaze with indomitable resolve. A dazzling aura of power and righteous fury surrounds her like a mantle. She gracefully brings a gold-plated inhaler to her lips, takes a deep breath, and the fire in her gaze flares like a plasma thruster. Look closely. One look at Incendia's full dress uniform shows that it has not been changed in many days. The collar is greasy, and the braid team is stained with sweat. The air is tinged with a smell of an inhaled stimulant that is used to give serfs the ability to work multiple watches without rest. Point at the man with the open skull. What is that? Incendia sinks her silver spoon into the man's brain and slowly consumes the revolting morsel. I must know the taste of a criminal's thoughts. It is how I learn to recognize their patterns. Flesh and blood can grant revelations, but not like this. Devouring flesh is a profane act. Kibela looks with disapproval at the open brain and the pulsing blue vein within. This is not the way to serve the Undying One. If even Scully is bothered by it, then it must be bad. Wait, is Adira back to normal? What? She actually makes sense. Put the poor man out of his misery? This entertainment of yours reeks of corruption. Nah. A delicacy most sophisticated, I must have a taste myself, perhaps at a later time. It is not some perverted craving for pleasure. I educate myself to discern the corruption that dwells in the hearts and minds of the impure. I wonder if I should have brought Marazai here, instead of Jay, but like... I didn't know what was gonna happen, man. You know not the first thing about perceiving it, sensing it, peering into people's souls and seeing the heinousness therein. You do not know what it's like to look at their faces and see the brand of their impious deeds. But I know it all too well, and none shall escape my wrath. What is going on here? The Lord Inquisitor has bestowed upon me the honor of bringing order to this cesspool of pirates and heretics, to rid Footfall of the corruption that has fettered its limbs and turned this Imperial station into a hotbed of free-thinking and inefficiency. And I will not rest until all have been judged. It must have been the Emperor's providence that brought you here to my court. It would be my pleasure to indict you for the crimes you have committed. Requires heretical votary. Whisper the words of the forbidden spell. If you can see corruption in me, indict away. Then let us begin. Chorda leans forward and stares intently into your eyes. Scarcely has Incendia's gaze met yours than she begins writhing in pain and clutching her head. She takes a deep breath and tries to look you in the eye again, only for a new flash of pain to almost make her cry out. Confusion and fear are visible in her eyes. I cannot see your crimes. How is this possible? Someone like you cannot be pure. Acolyte of the Inquisition. The Lord Inquisitor is aware of Rock-Teder von Valancius' arrival on Footfall. He allowed it and gave no order of persecution. Rather, the Lord Inquisitor's will is that Rock-Teder von Valancius be treated with respect befitting his high status. In her assertions, Lady Chorda is coming dangerously close to abusing her authority and violating the chain of command. This is your warning. Is he gonna kill him? Has it by any chance occurred to the Inquisitor that he too is getting dangerously close to something slightly insane? How can a thing like this be tolerated? How can anyone look calmly upon those atrocities and think everything is going as it should? Dude, Idira, I feel like the game stopped recognizing that we did her quest the way we did, the heretical option, but I don't know. Incendia's pale cheek is hit by a spasm. Her lips curl as he mutters, "I have no intention of questioning the Lord Inquisitor's orders. Perhaps he wishes to receive you in one piece so that he may conduct a personal interrogation." "Are you in charge of Footfall now?" "Indeed I am. When the Lord Inquisitor enacted martial law in the Expanse, I offered him my support at once. Footfall was chosen as the Lord Inquisitor's headquarters, and the position of Footfall's liege was temporarily abolished for the duration of this war. Or perhaps longer than that. All authority was transferred to the station's warden, to me. While the Lord Inquisitor is preoccupied with matters of strategic planning, I am tasked with overseeing security and order." "So, what happened to Vladane?" "Oh no, I missed..." "And there is much to do in that front. Pirates and smugglers, apostates and cold traders, deserters and outlaws, every one of them warrants attention." Chuckle and point at the hapless assassin's corpse. "I can tell you are quite popular with the locals." "This attempt was mediocre and far from the first, but my enforcers and my throne keep me safe. Its refractor field is impervious even to tank shells. That thief Tokara had this sacred Drusian relic stashed in one of his storerooms. So yes, he does have this shield around here, huh?" "Where is the Lord Inquisitor?" "In the Lizzie's chambers, coordinating the Expanse's defense. His attention is focused on matters of vital importance and he is not seeing any supplicants." "Your lordship cannot see the Lord Inquisitor right now, however he bade to inform your lordship that he will summon you later when circumstances permit." "We shall see whether Footfall will thank the Emperor for your reign." "Who is it you are judging?" "All of them. Thieves, smugglers, pirates, traitors, heretics, deserters, abettors, harborers, cowards and perjurers. Any who has ever trespassed, any who has ever protected a miscreant or kept quiet about a crime they knew of. They will all be condemned." More and more new convicts are being granted the great boon of undergoing servitude in perpetuis, and having rid themselves of reprehensible consciousness of serving the Imperium free from doubt and weakness. Footfall will once again become a bastion of law and righteousness. I will eradicate all heresy that prevents the faithless from giving themselves over to the good of toiling in his name. Huh. You are most thorough. The universe is a terrifying place. We are surrounded by the arch-enemy's machinations and xenoscum who would deny us our right to exist. The threat is inconceivable, and human weakness will not help us avert it. If man is weak, I rid him of his spinelessness and feebleness, endowing him with a sacred narrowness of mind and eradicating all that prevents him from utilizing his whole self in the service of the Imperium. So, is he like truly heretical? I don't think so, right? She kinda seems dogmatic to me, but maybe she's leaning towards heretical right now. I think Caligos was heretical for sure, but I don't know about her. She is not lying. You can tell by her eyes and her voice, trembling with earnest faith, that Incendia genuinely believes in every word that she said, yeah. What makes you think you are entitled to govern this place as you see fit? Such is the law of Footfall. Any rogue trader who arrives here assumes the right to absolute authority. Surely it is not that thug Tokara who deserves to rule the station. He will soon be hanging from a noose, and so will his Casbalican henchmen, and so will those Anver firebrands whose outrageous activities brought Footfall so much grief. She looks at you with a gloating smirk. Once you hindered my efforts to subdue the station. Yeah. And yet here I am now, dispensing justice to the wicked. I only regret that I was unable to begin sooner. Then Tokara's troublemakers would have already been crushed, instead of lurking in cargo bays and maintenance tunnels. Regardless, I will deal with them soon enough. Okay, we shall see whether Footfall will thank the Emperor for your reign. In due time, I shall weed out all the taint that has bred here on Footfall for so long, and then pious fear, loyalty, and devotion will once again become the pillars of this station under his watchful eye. What happened between you and Winterscale? Winterscale is a traitor. While the Expanse burns, ravaged by heretics and unhallowed Xenos, he abandoned his duty completely and had the nerve to ignore the Lord Inquisitor's call to battle. My servants are capturing his worlds and ships while he hides from his reckoning, indulging his base urges. Sure enough, he too will stand before judgment. I wonder what happens when the Inquisitor tells her to do something that she doesn't want to do. Like, is he gonna say that he's becoming corrupt just to satisfy her needs or something? I'm not sure. Caligos is a reprobate? If you ask me, you are simply using the situation to plunder his protectorate. Should he call upon House from Valancius for help, we will answer. I mean, honestly, your feud is no concern of mine. Astrocartographers will soon have their hands full erasing the name Winterscale's realm from star maps. The castigating disgrace that will fall upon the dynasty will be a fitting punishment for Caligos' crimes. So, we can draw our weapon. I'm not sure what this is gonna do. Can we even kill her? Because she has the shield, right? Enough words, you're accursed. Enough words, you're accused of weight, and so do my duties. Let's do this for now. Wait, you have a duty to the Emperor that you must see to. Vladain Tokara, the deplorable rebel who once ruled the station, has slipped from my grasp. He is inciting the people to revolt, killing my servants and hiding from my wrath with the dexterity of a void rat. My informers claim he often appears in that den of unrest that bears the irrelevant name, the irreverent name, the Adeptus Amasecus. Oh, this is where Jay's quest is, right? The bar. We have made several attempts to arrest him, yet he has evaded capture each time. Reverend Hieronymus has gone there to convince him to surrender quietly, but his efforts have likewise been unsuccessful. In the interest of Footfall's integrity, Tokara must be apprehended. As the Rock Trader in authority, I order you to aid me in bringing him to justice. The asteroid where the Adeptus Amasecus is located has been cordoned off, but my enforcer will take you there. I want you to lure Tokara out of his hole and seize him so that he may stand trial. Do this for the sake of Footfall's liberation and pave the road that my justice will tread. Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna have a trial, for sure. Why did Hieronymus go to the bar? He headed where the rebels are seen most often so he could preach to them and sway them to repent. Alas, he still cannot see the difference between those who have erred and those who are beyond any hope of redemption. So, let's say we will help her, and then we're gonna betray her. Your cooperation will be noted. But remember, none of the rebel leaders are allowed to die before the trial. I forbid you to execute them without my leave. Arrest Vladain. Okay. Can I talk to this guy? No. Okay, well, no. How do we go to...
Die! When we get back, do you want to go back to that place on the lower decks? The one with the tables made out of used Promethium tanks? That was fun!
Jesus.
Idirash.
Okay. So, who is the dude that is said would escort us there? I don't know. Can we just leave this place? And teleport there? Isn't this Tokara's residence? Like, how do I leave this place? These are troopers. Can I go back to the entrance? Convict, patrolling confessor. Who is gonna escort me, dude? How do I progress from here? Arrest Vladain. I'm assuming we can go back, right? Or... maybe not, actually. I don't see an icon. Oh, okay, never mind. So we can only go to the bar, huh? Martyr's Endurance. Right, okay. I kinda wanna do Jay's quest first and then go grab Marazai. 2 arms! Wait, it's his lordship von Valancius. I thought it was Chorda's dogs with another inspection. Stand down. False alarm. Oh, so now this place is open. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, maybe this is for Jay. Maybe this isn't for... Vladane. I'm assuming this is the sewers. I mean, it looks like it. Yeah. Welcome to the Kingdom of Thieves, Killers and Smugglers, Serene. All the finest goods on Footfall, every last one of them, have passed through these tunnels. As I said before, Falco's jackals are patrolling every nook and cranny of this Azik-cursed place. See those scumbags over there? We need to avoid them and not draw any attention to ourselves, or else we might as well dump a pile of grog shit all over our plan. But now we're going to follow the plan. If you will allow me, Serene, I will refresh your memory. Avoiding the patrolling scum, we reach the sewer canal and follow it to the east almost until the very end. We connect the gas cylinder to the special intake. Ironically enough, it was previously used for cleaning the air. Then we need to turn the valves in a few spots so that the gas reaches the correct chamber. I wish I knew exactly where that ashmag was holed up. And the final move, like all the best Regicide players, Serene, we find the service cogitator and send the gas along the pipes, and I'm sure I don't have to remind you that we must do all of this in complete silence. Not even the sewer rats are going to notice us, let alone Falco's lot. Approach the thug on patrol. Hey you filthy rats! Run along and tell Falco that the rock trader is coming for his head. I'm doing this. Ha! No! Serene, what are you doing? Back! What? Heydari! It's Heydari with the rock trader! Throne curse you, Serene! Oh. You just signed my people's death warrant. You hear the sharp edge of desperation in her shout. If Falco touches a hair on their heads, I'll kill him. I'll tear out his spine with my own teeth. Well, what are you waiting for, Mrace? You want his head, don't you? Then we need to move. Now. Okay. Oh, we don't have to do the other part now. I mean, I don't know, dude. I think like every decision has its pros and cons, right? Like, hopefully something happens when we do this. Maybe we get some extra dialogue from the dude, Falco. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it could be fun to sneak around, but I mean, too late now. I don't know. What's the point of this? Why did I do this? Oh, I guess there are valves. And I guess we don't have to do that anymore, right? Oh, what was that? Where is this guy? Probably down here, but like, how do we go there? I'm assuming there's a check or something, because that's the only way to pass through these areas, right? There is usually a check. Is it athletics? Oh, agility. Wait, what? Is this another one? No, wait, what? Oh, we'll go this way. Venomous Slicer? Wait, what is this? No, this is... What? Oh, over there maybe then. Wait, what? Hello? Oh, I think she failed that. Damn it. Let me remove that. I don't know why that doesn't work, dude. Like, this game is like so bugged. How is this game like so old and it's still like bugged to hell? Like, what? That's my only issue with Alcott games, man. Like, they're decent, but they're always full of bugs. And I mean, on release I get it, but like, this late into the game? Like, really? Where are we going here? Adeptus Amasecus. Wait, this is another, like... Oh, shit. Oh, there are the prisoners. Well, well. What has fate loosed upon us at this late footfall hour? A repulsive face emerges from the gloom, bisected by an old scar and with the left eye screwed up in a permanent squint. His oily hair has been scraped back flat to his head, and the swollen veins at his temples look like pulsating knots of worms. Jeh, get out of here! He won't let you go! The bruised and blooded face with swollen eyes is hard to recognize as the once radiant visage of Tora the Twin. Jeh, please! Fate is for lawmen and drunkards, Falco. But we've come here under our own steam, and you know why. Take your hands off the rifle and release my people. Don't look, Jay. Don't look. I knew it. Even with your pack of whelps on the line, I knew you would pull something like this, Heydari. You show up here with him? We both know how this is going to end now. Oh, well, I mean... How do we let him do this? Hello? Okay. No! Jay, I'm so sorry. Prepare yourself, Falco. You have done all the dirty work for me, Falco. There is just one last loose end. Kill Jay and we shall part as friends? I'm doing it. Without a moment's hesitation, Falco gives the signal to his associates. What? Shireen? What the shit, dude? Your lordship is full of surprises. Let's skip the prelude, your time is too valuable, and I dare not waste it any more than necessary. You know why I'm here, the Mercatum Tabula Officiale. How much trouble one piece of paper can bring, and how many opportunities. Consider it a favor, a whim, or a risky investment. I'm no fool, my life is not worth a throne to you, but I will give you everything I have now, and if fortune kisses me on the lips, well, I've been called many things, but an ingrate? Never. By the undying Emperor, your papers are more lethal than 1,000 blades. Were the spinners to arm themselves with quills, the Expanse would drown in blood. Here is your favor, Falco, take this rabble and get out. Oh, okay, so this is without giving him the thing. Take your piece of paper, Falco, and never forget what you have promised me. Yeah. Okay. Never, your lordship. You have my word as a trade representative of the Imperium. Consider my eternal gratitude already in your pocket. Violent splinter cannon? Damn. I wonder if he helps us later on. Maybe in some fight. That would be cool to see. I mean, Jay, I'm never gonna use here, right? And she's always like so annoying. I don't really care about her. And this is like another ending to her quest, right? Look at it that way. It's not a failure. So, I'm guessing we leave through the other door that we found earlier. When the wearer hits an enemy in melee range, all allies adjacent gain 30 temporary wounds. Huh. That's interesting. Dude, if you had like all melee party, this is actually like pretty good. I mean, kinda. I feel like you can only have 2 people though, like adjacent though, right? And hit the same target. But I mean, it could be multiple targets, so yeah, I don't know. A rate of fire 12. Damn. Okay. That's fine. So, what's this way? Nothing. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna go grab Marajai. And then we'll come back to the Amasekos and deal with Vladame or whatever. Oh, that's Jay's thing. Okay, whatever. So, actually, can I even go back to my ship? Huh, I'm not actually sure. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. No, I should be able to, right? I should be able to. Whoa. The recently functioning airlock is now refusing any commands? Someone has deliberately compromised the mechanism's machine spirits. Yo. Thug. Huh. Okay, well... Oh, there is Riza. She's from the Fellowship, right? I'm pretty sure. Is Octavia still here? Look at yourselves, huddled in this den like so many hunted beasts. Oh, that's Hieronymus. Oh, there he is. You have no other options, Riza. If you abandon Footfall to Chorda and flee, where are you going to sell your goods or restock your supplies? It will just be a slow death for all of you, with no ammunition, no water, and no air. So quit bargaining with fate and stick to the plan. Ooh. Did she always have a portrait? Plan? More like a suicide pact. You have no allies, no weapons, no nothing. You're a runt trying to play with the big boys, Vakimo. You've taken on a Rock-Trader dynasty with only a handful of heavies and a couple of guns to your name. The way I see it, your march to the gallows is more of a gallop. That's actually pretty good. Turning away from Riza, Vladame's expression does not change, but an indistinct curse falls upon his lips, or from his lips. Don't mind me, do carry on. You are hard to ignore, your lordship. You have a habit of radically altering the state of affairs of whatever situation you wade into. Greetings, your lordship, and as for you, Vakimo, I've got nothing to add. Your plan is utter crap. I don't gamble on those kind of odds. I will leave you to think about your prospects. Maybe you will realize that using my saddle would be a better idea, while me and my saddle are still here. We can arrest everyone? Look at Vladame? Wait, what? Wait, so... if I wanted to make a deal... Oh. Oh, Kazbalika, right. Riza's with the void. The former Liz looks angry and focused. Why is this a thing? Because I saved Footfall. His coat collar is unbuttoned, showing the meshwork of ceramite reinforced armor hidden underneath. He is wearing a gun holster on his side. Now that Vladame has thrown off the mask of a disgruntled bureaucrat, his sleeves are rolled up, showing his old bandit tattoos. He exudes an aura of imperious cruelty. I would like to make a deal with the Kazbalika. I mean, do I? I'm gonna look around first, I guess. Vladame nods attentively, then looks down at the data slate showing a map of the station systems. He scrutinizes it with a pensive expression. What is the first option there? How's the station? It's turned into a kingdom of death. Executing protesters, cracking down on corrupt traders, and suppressing dissent are all good, useful policies within reasonable limits. I've used them myself, in fact. However, with Lady Chorda, reasonable limits are a distant memory at this point. Fortunately, I've been preparing for that turn of events ever since that hag tried to take Footfall for the first time. You helped us then, giving me time to organize. I set up weapons caches, enlisted more fighters, and deleted my agent's data from the Cogitator network. When Chorda seized power, she thought she'd won, but the station was still mine, to an extent. My little army is waging war on the enforcers. We slaughter patrols, wrestle back detainees, and punish those who collaborate with the enemy, or are close to someone who does. Incendia is conducting her reprisals and I'm conducting mine. Everyone must remember that there are consequences for collaborating with the occupying force. Ha! What a sorry sight, the old outlaw hounded and hiding like a rat. I don't really like any of these options. I guess we go with IC. Old habits die hard, I will admit. I wasn't exactly yearning for the days of my youth, but to find myself in the line of fire again is invigorating. Your Lordship, I'm asking you for help, not just on behalf of the portion of the station population that isn't already scared shitless, but on behalf of the Kasbalika mission as well. My people and my organization's assets are in a vulnerable position. Help us protect our interests and we'll help you protect yours. Wait, how? The Kasbalika mission highly values its partnership with you. Is this because I have high reputation with them? What kind of help do you expect from me? A general uprising will be doomed to fail. The enforcers have isolated the asteroids. We can't strike out against Incendia as she has the greatest numbers, and her throne's refractor field will protect her from any attack. So we'll ask her ladyship to come to us. Exploiting her overconfidence, if she wants my blood, let her come and spill it. She knows we use the Amasekos as our meeting place. If you let the enforcers know I can be found and grabbed in here, she will come, and she will hardly drag her throne with her. We will lure her into a trap, kill her, and take back Footfall. Actually, I kinda like that. I have understood your plan. I hope you think it is promising. Yo, what is this? There are 2 heretical options. And we can also do this. So this requires votary. You want my help, you can get it on one condition. In my protectorate, I am worshipped as a deity. Fall to your knees, renounce all other patrons, and swear allegiance to me, the great beacon, the living god. I'm doing this. This one seems weird. I'm gonna do this one. Plus 30. Vladimir hesitates. Even this thoroughly unprincipled hustler knows there is no going back after crossing certain lines. He stares at you intently. Despite the dark glasses hiding his eyes and the mask-like expression on his face, you can easily see, no, sense, the exact moment he brutally crushes the last remnants of faith inside him and decides to step into the abyss. Vladimir casts away his doubt and gets down on his knees. I renounce all other patrons and pledge my eternal fealty to the great beacon, the true god and master of fates. I most humbly beseech you to help me drown Footfall in the blood of Incendia Chorda and her minions. Ha! You're so docile, but I merely wanted to see how quickly you would renounce your faith and start groveling. You are obviously not getting out of here alive. No, we're not doing this. It shall be done. Then let's get down to business. I am glad you are with us, your lordship. This is a fight we must be well prepared for. As a colleague of mine used to say, if your brain doesn't hurt from all the thinking of where to hide, it will discover even your skull isn't thick enough once the fight is on, which sounds especially ironic considering how he died. I would like to ask your opinion on how prepared we are to entertain Lady Incendia. I mean, very prepared. Perhaps some of these gathered in here will support us. Riza's people, Hieronymus' zealots? Oh wait, what? Hieronymus will help us? Even Octaviana's regulars. Wait, so we're gonna have the patrons like fight against the Rogue Trader? We can use whomever we can get. If you think that it may be worth fortifying our positions or preparing a few surprises for our guests, my people in the arsenal are at your disposal. All you have to do is say the word. As soon as we are ready, send Chorda a message saying I'm here. Let her come. We will settle our differences the Footfall way, with a gunfight. I see no issue in letting Incendia know you are here. Get ready, your enemies will be here soon. I would like to make a deal with the Kasbalika. Oh, is this like the trading thing? Oh, okay. So we have to do the quest first, and then he will start selling again. But I don't think there's anything left to sell, so yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna do this soon. I want to look around first and see if we have anything else here. And I also do want to take a break. And can we go back to our ship? I'm assuming we can. Because we have to go back and lure Incendia here, right? So... there is no one here, just a bunch of citizens. Suspicious Prowler. Who is that? Nice jacket. Carus. Drops of orange liquid sparkle in the decanter, exuding a sugary aroma. I think I've done this the first time I was here. Chaplain. That is not Doloroso. The imposing man covered head to toe in scars is hard to mistake for anyone else. You're looking at chaplain confessor to the late Dance Belardo, whose funeral now seems like an eternity ago. Oh, it's the chaplain, yeah. His arms are crossed as he surveys the room with a gloomy expression. Your lordship, it's nice to see that St. Drusus has protected your neck from the heretics and the Xenos since we last met. Same how it's always sad events that bring us together. The last time was a funeral and now it feels like half of Footfall needs a memorial service. What are you doing here? Same as always, your lordship, bringing the Emperor's light to the lowly and downtrodden. And I have my hands full here on Footfall. The station is teeming with hungry, maimed and frightened people. Her Ladyship Incendia Chorda in her righteous zeal doesn't see the atrocities her enforcers commit in the Shadow Quarters using her name as their shield. I intervene wherever I can, but to be honest, I'm almost spent. Helping everyone is beyond my abilities. Okay, I mean that's fine. Don't really care about his opinion on the station. I'm guessing we can talk to Octaviana. Oh, Riza is here as well, and Hieronymus. Octaviana looks tired but finds the strength to smile briskly. Right. Let's drink to her infallible Ladyship Chorda's mercy and good judgment, wherever they may be right now. You have quite a way with words, Octi. Yes, indeed, one would hate it if Lady Chorda's ill health affected our own. Have you by any chance run into Lady Chorda's good judgment on your journeys, your lordship? Got anything strong, Octaviana? For you, always, my lord. Lord Winterscale's favorite blend. So good it's not entirely legal. However, during his last visit, his lordship told me to put a bottle aside until his return. And who knows if you will ever return here now. It would be a waste. Yeah? Here's to me and House von Valancius. All hail Mrayse von Valancius. How have you been faring here without me? Badly, but we're in no mood to lie down and die yet. There are still people who can't stand Chorda's regime, and they're fighting. A sting a day, always somewhere new. Vladain may be on the run, but he still has people loyal to him. Okay, so... she sounds very boring. He would have had more if it weren't for Reverend Hieronymus. Many have fallen for his sermons and taken to repenting and confessing. He has turned so many to the faith that they don't dare touch him anymore. The old man is a force to be reckoned with now. Vladain has let the station slip away from him. Plenty of people aren't happy about it, not least his business partners. Should something happen to Tokara, come here. Your dealings with the Kasbalika shouldn't take a hit because of the old lady's ambitions. Ah. Have you seen Jay? She left my ship and has not been seen since. The silly girl went off on her own to get her people out of Falco's clutches. I told her to wait a little till we sorted out our current business, then we could have bled him together. But no, not Heidari. That one is as stubborn as a herd of groxes. She said her guys didn't have that much time and then she vanished. Yeah. Riza and I will need to have a little chat. At your lordship's service. The Fellowship of the Void's wares. Vladain needs your help. Just in case you need to be told, if you ever entertain the thought of helping Vladain, chase that thought away. He is not long for this world. Huh. Nah, he needs our help. Your lordship, His so-called plan is nothing but the death throes of a cornered and condemned man who is grasping at imaginary straws. The Vakimo was once smart, shrewd and wily, but now he is simply refusing to admit he's already lost. We modest dealers are no match for a rogue trader. It would be different, of course, if we were strongly motivated or had a rogue trader on our side. Oh, sick, dude. Draw the chaos symbol in the drops split or spilled on the bar, then wipe it away. What if I told you that you and I have another very influential ally? What is this? Exorbitant sum? We're bribing her? Nah, we're doing this, Heretical. You too? I would never have thought that your esteemed self would... This changes everything. Now I see I made the right choice when I put my trust in our influential ally. Oh, wait, we got the final rank. Right, we're Zealot now. Sick, dude. Oh, what the warp? My crew and I will take part in your little uprising, but don't ask me for details. Old Riza prefers to keep quiet about the behind-the-scenes workings of her insidious and sudden strikes. Okay, that's fine. Octaviana, we have a plan to stop Chorda. Your help would be welcome. And by we you mean you and Vladame? He always has a plan, but it's certainly not always the best plan. Why should I trust in your idea? I don't want to try this. Let's go with this one. Do you think your Kasbalika employers will be pleased to learn you refused to help me? They won't be pleased. My higher-ups value business partners such as yourself, which means I ought to help you if I don't want to die an ugly, long and painful death. I don't have any fighters, but I do have a shipment of Xenos weapons. Lethal but with no guarantee of quality. Figuring out how it even works is tricky enough, but that still beats the junk Vladame's thugs are armed with. They can have a round on the house. Okay, that's fine. Let me talk to Hieronymus here. This is gonna be interesting. Like, what is he gonna say? The Emperor protects young von Valancius. What has brought you here? Perhaps you would like to confess? Repentance is the first step on the path to redemption. What if we can, like, make him heretical? I found cryovaults with people inside, people who were murdered by your brethren. Wait, what? What is this? It was done on my orders. All my life I have been a confessor to lost souls. Now let me make my own confession to you. I seek no forgiveness or understanding. I only want to tell the truth. Aspis Bastal Chorda had imprisoned her heirs in those cryovaults to stop them from challenging her authority. Incendia was among them. My fellow faithful chanced upon these ice scripts. Aspis' wicked design horrified them. Oh, I think I know what he's talking about, that place from earlier. And I thought if St. Drusus had died a martyr's death to be resurrected in faith, perhaps another could follow in his footsteps. I chose Incendia. As full of worms as her innermost soul was, it had not rotted completely. As for the others, I put them to death for thousands of years of suffering would not have been enough to cleanse the stench and rot from their cursed souls. I sabotaged Incendia's cryovault and she spent 3 years conscious, blind and helpless. My brothers and sisters recited prayers over her prison to plant the seed of faith in the soil I had weeded. I hid the truth from Incendia and became her mentor, sending her on a path to service to his will. And that was how Incendia, the offspring of a felonious heretic, became his vengeful hand, striking down enemies of the Imperium, at the cost of the evil I had done. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't know that. Spare me the tedious list of your crimes? Brainwashing, murder, manipulation, your methods command respect. That says more about you than it does about me, Rock Trader. My greatest crime is in the past now. Yours, it appears, is yet to be committed. My confession is over. I have bared my innermost self before you, and the truth concealed therein. You are free to do with it as you please. You are harboring a pirate among your brethren? Oh, the chaplain. Chaplain is a deeply devout servant of the Emperor. Few are as intimately familiar with human vice as him, and that is what fills his words with sincerity. His flock heeds and respects him, and as for all the hardened rascals and cutthroats who are part of the flock, why not? Our doctrine shuns no one, so long as they are willing to receive its word with an open heart. Rotten souls cling together, do they not, Reverend? Indeed. I would rather call the worst of all scoundrels my brother, if he repents of his crimes, than someone convinced of their own soul's purity. So, I want to stop Incendia, help me? Are you openly declaring your intent to move against an enactor of the Emperor's justice? And why should I, her mentor in the faith, help you commit that act of treachery? Okay. You do not believe in Incendia or in the Emperor. Your faith is a mere smokescreen for your fear of death, Hieronymus. Wait, what? The priest staggers back, stunned. He opens his mouth and a tiny, barely visible fly passes between his gapped teeth and disappears in his throat. The preacher does not even notice. What is all this heretical talk? I do believe. Why would I be afraid of death? Because you know that I speak the truth, and Incendia will see right through you as well, Reverend, and you know better than to hope she will be merciful. Nah. Then why did my words cause your face to contort in fear and not righteous anger? Because your invective caught me off guard. Did you really ask me to join a rebellion, then at once turned around and accused me of heresy and treason? You say I'm afraid of death. Why, you positively crave it. If you are so sure of your own righteousness, why have you not faced Jorda's justice yet? What? What does that mean? Now look me in the eye, Reverend, and tell me you are ready to meet your death right here and now, without a shadow of fear or regret. I cannot utter that, for it would be untrue. Stop denying it, Hieronymus. Admit once and for all that your faith is not as strong as you thought it was, and that the Emperor will not protect you from the murderous zealot's fire. You are going to die, and there is nothing you can do about it. Not a moment goes by without the horror of it consuming you from the inside. Admit it. Hieronymus hesitates. The color has drained from his face, and he no longer has the look of a firebrand. The man in front of you is old, shriveled, and frightened. I want to argue with you, to denounce your lies, but it is true. Incendia does scare me, as does death. But how do I not fear it? The Reverend seems transfixed as he looks at you, ready to hang on your every word. Ha! What the shit? You will find your own path? The Emperor will not protect you from death, but there are forces that can grant you freedom from fear. Pray to them, beseech them. I'm gonna go with the third one. Smile and draw 3 contiguous circles in the air, the sign of Nergal. Blasphemy! Heresy! And yet, do I have a choice? Is an unrighteous life the only thing that can save me from an unrighteous death? I'm a vessel of depravity, and if so, what is even the point of redemption? You have both banished some of my thoughts and given me food for others. I will do what must be done. My faithful will assist you in battle, and afterwards I will find a new path. Dude, sick! Okay, so we kinda turned him heretical. Kinda. Okay, guys, let's take a break here. When we come back, we're gonna talk to Vladimir and start this whole thing. And I think that's pretty much it for now, right? Yeah, that's the only thing we have left here. I'm not sure how to do this one, like I have no idea. This one is probably next, we can't do anything with it right now. And then we have this one, we have to go back to Dargonus to deal with Abelard's side quest. And that's pretty much it, we have nothing else left, so we'll see you guys on the next one.